Now? So hey, what's up guys? Formal Guy 1 here, and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and today we have something that is bound to mess you up mentally just a little bit. It is the Identity Crisis 300, a new tradition that was started last season where, for whatever reason, as if we just hated ourselves, every single driver today is driving a different number on their cars. So I literally have to call out the drivers via their numbers. Except now, Clone is Pudge, Pudge is Clone, Lone is Jimmy, let's see here, Van Gogh is Jimmy also, Down East is Kurt, oh, I'm not even supposed to be on the track, I'm just me, I'm him, Swan is a different Terry than the usual Terry, so yeah, this is just going to be a very fun day for commentating, and, as new with the Cup Series, we're going to do driver intros on live stream.
Good.
Go ahead and start it, Pudgy.
Okie dokie. We're gonna go down this grid. Let's get this Maggiore over with. Swan. Fabi.
Yeah.
Pudge.
Is it time already for you to run?
He answered.
Frankie.
The Nas.
Clone.
Jimmy.
Which one?
Lone.
Caution.
Huds. Other Jimmy.
Vamos, vamos.
Priest.
360.
Oh God, no! Oh no! No! Oh Lord! Oh, that's cursed. 10 barrel rolls, got it. Coming right up.
Oh God. We all gonna die.
All right, Car Freak, you good?
You didn't call on me.
Oh, Car Freak! Announcement.
Tony Stewart. I'm Bob.
Jesus Christ!
Thank you. Anyways, just waiting for that.
Was cooked.
No one cared. Bye.
Waste of time.
Disrespecting the announcer? How dare you?
Yeah, I'll remember that when I do my race winner interviews.
Oh my God.
Okay, so yeah, that is exclusive to the Cup Series, where we're going to be doing race winner interviews, and also we're going to be doing pre-race driver intros, which is just something that we do to make sure everybody's here and ready to race. And normally, as you just heard, people like to play sound effects when they're doing that, just have a little fun with it. But yeah, once we get the camera on the track, you're going to see a lot more of what I mean about drivers running different numbers. That is really loud on my end, dear lord. What am I even doing? Okay, yeah, turn that off. Yeah, so Swan usually drives the 44, he's in the 96. Bobby drives the 4, he's in the 29. Clone drives the 3, he's in the 2. Frankie drives the 9, he's in the 42. Pudge drives the 2, he's in the 3. Lone drives the 43, he's in the 48. Huds drives the 66, he's in the 94. Van Gogh drives the 42, he's actually in the 84. Down East drives the 16, he's actually in a 41 car. So yeah, today is going to be very, very fun commentating, trying to keep all these drivers straight. And again, this is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, NASCAR League on GT7 for PlayStation. Really love what we do here. The racing's fun. The friend group is out, just insanely fun. And this is the final race for week 3, and then next week, the Winston Series, I forget where they're going, I think it's Northern Isle, and then after that is going to be a triple header at Road Atlanta for FES, Cup, and Oshkosh. Again, y'all, I'm really trying to keep this schedule, keep it going, go live when I'm supposed to be doing 3 times a week. Hope y'all are enjoying the races, and again, I'm going to get official playlists made up soon so y'all can actually go watch all of the races on demand. And almost to September already. Crazy how fast this year's gone by. It's actually my favorite time of the year coming up because I love when football season starts and we start getting into all the good holidays of the year. So, and this year we're going to have racing during all those holidays too, so that should be pretty fun. I'm loading to a specific camera right now because I think I just saw something on Swan's car that looked a little out of place. There's a decal on his car that looks like it's overlapping a piece that shouldn't be. That should be fun. But today we have 9 drivers showing up, and a little point recap. Right now, Stuart Haas is running 1, 2, 3 in the points. Fabi leads, Swan is in second, and then Clone is in third. I do believe we should have a 10th driver showing up starting in stage 2, so it should be good to have 10 cars out on the track if we can get there. And they're going to go green with a sharp braking corner coming right up. Coming down to the start-finish line, this is the Identity Crisis 300. Green flag, we are racing. Down into turn 1. You're going to hear a lot of tires squealing. Whoa! Pudge gave Clone a little bit of a bump there. I almost got those names mixed up already. Pudge goes to second place. Clone right behind him in third. Oh, Clone's going to go by as Pudge falls back to third in that 3 car. This is so stupid looking. I'm not used to this, as Fabi and Pudge are going to get really close. Pudge gets into Lone. That's going to be a multi-car wreck. That is a caution flag already. There are cars just crashing everywhere. Oh my God. I'm going to say this once and only once, but that's what these guys get for running all these different numbers. Dear God. So caution out already. Swan assumes the lead. Clone is in second, and then, dear God, Pudge and Lone were 2 of the quicker cars. They're going to fall all the way back to 6th and 8th. Oh, my Lord. That all started coming out of turn 3. Pudge got into the grass and was sideways. He was trying to save it. He never got out of the gas, I believe, and then he just came down into Lone, and then that collected about 4 total cars. Dear God. I hope to God they don't need a pit cycle this time. I guess they're going to open them anyways because they just now got together again. So the pits will open, even though they quite literally ran about half a lap. I guess if you want to come take a little sprinkle of gas, why not? Yeah, I guess why not? Huge group of cars coming down the pit lane. Down East is going to stay out and go to second place. As you look down the pit cycle, I don't know where the cars are. There they are. Yep, everybody's just going to take some fuel. I wouldn't be... Oh, Fabi actually took tires. I think he quite literally flat spotted at least 2 of them in that little spin out. Hope you all are enjoying your Monday. It's supposed to be stormy around here today and tomorrow, so that's always fun. And they will be going green this time. The braking zone was pretty hectic coming on the green flag, but then all of a sudden out of turn 3, that's where chaos started, and it took out almost half the field. Well, it's early, so we'll take this time to shout out our league sponsors. So shout out to Lone Wolf and Pudge. They take money out of their own pockets, so we have something to race for in the prize pool. Very much appreciate them for doing that. Shout out to Wheels on YouTube. That's Wheels spelled with a Z. He makes daily Madden videos, and then he also plays a couple of other games on a few other YouTube channels. If you go to the main one, you can see all of his associated accounts. And he's also live on Twitch every night at 7 p.m. Eastern, which he's actually live right now, Wheels FL on Twitch. I think he goes live every day, not just weekdays, literally 7 days a week. And then also shout out to Fabianski, because he puts a lot of time and effort into making these cup cars in the paint booth for this series. And yeah, we have no official big company sponsoring us, so if you'd like to put your company with us and get full promotion for it, just give me a shout out. And looking at how this field is stacked up now, it is Swan and Down East row 1. Looks like Frank and Clone row 2. Then you got some of the petty boys back in row 3. Oh geez, 3-car got a little bit of a bump from something back there. Coming down to the start-finish line. They're going to try this again, see if they can go more than half a lap. Green flag is out. HUD's got a huge jump on Van Gogh, it looked like. Down East got a huge jump on the outside. Oh, 3 wide for the lead. Swan's in the middle. They're still 3 wide. They're still 3 wide, almost 2 rows deep. I think they're 4 wide. Oh my gosh, 3 wide on corner exit. That's all going to transition back to double file. Dear Lord, there's still double file in the back here. I'm not sure if you'd want to go through this S-corner double file. They're all going to go into a single file line for now. We saw it in the FES race, if you missed it. They were 4 wide coming out of turn 2, and they just did it again in the Cup Series. That is ridiculously insane. They are 2 wide. Whoa! 1 car got a huge shunt. I think HUD's just gave the 42 car a big bump. They are almost 4 wide again coming into this S-corner. Just seeing what's happening, trying to calm down a little bit, because there's a lot happening right now. And again, with this identity crisis, the way we do it is there's a sign-up where drivers can sign up with what number they want to run for this race. And sometimes drivers will just swap numbers, so like Pudge and Clone quite literally swap their numbers. So it's going to be interesting to see them race together. Cars are single file. We're still green somehow after all that mess. And again, this is interesting seeing Clone in the 2 car, because that's actually his first car that he's ever run in the NFRL. Oh, Down East goes into the grass. He's already gets back up to pace, although Fabi's coming full steam and Down East hopped right into traffic. Oh, HUD's is drifting through that corner. Fabi's loose up ahead. There's a lot of different things happening right now, and now Pudge is right behind his 2 car. Just scrolling through the camera angles here. Wow, what a wheelie from that 42 car. 1 lap ago, they went through this corner 4 wide. Clone's trying to chase down Swan for the lead. Pudge is just doing Pudge things in that 3 car through the S corners. Oh my Lord. So look back here, Fabi's in front of Down East, even though Down East came in front of Fabi when Fabi was going full tilt, and Down East was at easily maybe 40 to 60 mile an hour off pace. Coming through the last corner, the gap to the leader is now 1.5 seconds. Pudge is starting to chase down the Clone just a tad bit. Actually, Clone's driving away from him now out of that corner. Oh, Lone! What a save. What a save from that 48 car. Almost absolutely T-boned the wall coming out of that corner. Frank is not going to hold back because HUD's basically doored him almost into the beach in that 1 corner, and he's trying to get that spot back. HUD's is going to go right back to the inside. These 2 are battling hard. They battled hard in FES, and now they're doing it again in the Cup Series. HUD's still there. Frank tries to get the power down on the outside. HUD's almost spins out. Look back up through the field, looking at these cars doing the wheelie over that hill. Oh my Lord, that's menacing. And again, we have stage lengths. They are, what is it? I think it's 12 laps, and then 20 laps. Oh, I'm shocked everything is as calm as it is right now, because that was a crazy start to this, a crazy start from that restart. Coming out of the last corner, Swan's going to lead another lap. And yeah, looking through the field of drivers, I thought Fabi was going to win last week at Daytona Road Course. I won't spoil anything, but I recommend you go watch that race replay in my live section on the YouTube channel. I also thought Swan was a big candidate to win that race. And then yeah, the ending of that race turned out to be one of the most insane NFRL race finishes we've ever seen. HUD's is now in last, but I think he might have finally spun out because he was fighting the wheel on that car. Again, man, as we go to these more technical road courses, the NFRL we did a lot in the offseason to try to make this season one of the most different, one of the newest, and just one of the freshest seasons for the league. I mean, we changed everything, really. Oshkosh is using more horsepower. The Xfinity Series turned into the Ford EcoBoost Series, where we're now running the Ford Mustang Group 3 road cars. And then the Cup Series, we used to have 542 horsepower with a completely different engine. Now we're running a whole new engine, running 650 horsepower and also 700 at some of the ovals. Clone is up into the grass. Pudge is going to get around. Bobby's going to try to pass him 2 on the outside. Coming out of the last corner, Bobby's going to try to get to Pudge. Pudge is trying to keep that 29 out of his draft. Clone aggressive on the braking. He's trying to catch right back up to these boys. He's on 29's bumper. So you can get a better corner exit. Pudge drives away just a little bit. I'm shocked that Fabi is in third. I thought he would be in second up near Swan. He's still one of the faster cars here today. Fabi's staying right with Pudge. Also saw in this game that there's, I think there's maintenance coming on August 31st, so not sure what's going to be coming in the new update, because usually the Kaz guy that owns this game makes a tweet about it, but he has not done that. Swan with a 7-second lead over second place. Also, his fastest time is a 121.2. The next fastest lap, well, 121.3. Never mind, Bobby's not that far off of him. And looking through the field, we don't have very much close quarter racing between multiple cars. I mean, Fabi and Pudge are the closest thing we have to that. Fabi's going to try to go to the outside of turn 2. I'm shocked he's trying that. He's still there, still to the outside. I think Pudge let off. Pudge is going to let him have that for now. Never mind. Fabi gets loose. Right back to the 29's bumper. Pudge ain't going to let him go that easily. Oh, my... yeah, Pudge just disappeared. There was nothing but smoke shooting up from the grass, and you couldn't see anything. That was just terrifying. Coming into that sharp right-hander after pulling a wheelie. Like, you get mesmerized by popping a wheelie, and then all of a sudden it's a heavy braking zone. Say, this is a new track overall. And then next week, it's going to be the first time that the NFRL has ever gone to Road Atlanta, and we're taking all 3 of the top series there. Going down, we're going to compare lap times real quick between Swan and Fabi. Swan ran a 121.3 that last lap. Fabi was having some trouble with traffic, but he ran a 123.0. And yeah, Swan is now almost 10 seconds in front of Fabi for the lead. Clone right now is in prime position to try to catch up to his car. If these two get together, I know there's going to be some aggressive driving, because between these two guys in the last couple of races in pretty much every series, they've been racing very aggressively. Like, very aggressively. Another shock to see. Down East is coming off of a crazy race at Daytona Road Course for the Cup Series. Clone is coming off of a crazy lawn mowing experience back there in that corner. But yeah, Down East ran good at Daytona Road Course in the Cup Series. He actually won Oshkosh and FES this weekend on Friday and Saturday. And now all of a sudden, for the first time all weekend, he's actually, it seems like he has a pretty slow car back there. Stuck in 7th place. Pudge is trying to stay in front of Clone, because I know Clone's going to really try to get around him. Every point matters right now in this series. It's only week 3, but hey, if you can get a point easily, you might as well go for it. This first stage is actually going to finish fairly quickly, actually. Again, with not much to show, we only had one caution, literally on the first lap of the race. Again, these guys really took a lot of time to make these cars, because obviously every driver has their number that they drive on a regular basis. They have their cautions, or sorry, not their cautions, dear God, sorry, I am slow tonight. They have their traditional sponsors, their traditional manufacturers and all that. But this race, it takes all of that and chucks it out a window, like it's just gone. You have to sign a new number, and the whole idea is to run a different car than what you normally do as far as design and sponsors. That's why Lone Wolf, he literally runs for Petty GMS, but there's literally a sponsor on his car that says Hendrick Motorsports. So again, everything is just all weird for this race, a lot to get used to. Looking back here, Frank's starting to catch up to Down East. Frank might try to take 7th place from Down East. Looking through the field, Clone has finally caught up to Pudge, and they're going to start racing. Clone's going to go around to the inside. Pudge is going to try to cross him over, all over his bumper. Again, I mentioned it at the top. The last couple of races, these two were racing very aggressively towards one another. Clone actually got right around Pudge, and he's starting to drive away. That must be a really interesting feeling, because again, that's basically Pudge's car, the number 2. And now Pudge has to watch it drive away from him, as I believe Pudge just died in that corner. And he's driving like it's nothing. Driving like nothing happened. Alright. With only a lap and a half to go, I don't believe that's going to be a yellow flag, because that would just end the stage. So I think they're just going to let it stay green for now. Pudge is all over the place. Once again, disappearing behind that wall and just being a smoke cloud. Yeah, I think Pudge is going to have to make some adjustments in the stage break, because dear God, that 3 car is all over the place. It does not feel like 8:15. It feels like 2 a.m. to me right now. Just watching Pudge doing Pudge things as usual. Somehow he doesn't crash. Yep, that's Pudge. He might be driving a different number, but that is still the same Pudge we all know. Now looking up at the front cars, Swan did take the white flags. There's 1 lap to go for stage 1. And we did mention too that Down East literally swept Oshkosh and FES. So coming into today, Down East was in a position where he could try to get a complete weekend sweep, which I do believe the only person to do that is the driver of the 14 car. But he was in a position to try for it. But he literally would have had to win stage 1 and 2 today and the race. And Swan right now, he is, let's check the gap actually. Yeah, he's 52 seconds ahead of Down East. Dear God have mercy. Coming out of the last few corners, Swan in that number 96 DLP car, he's looking to make a statement here today. I think he qualified on pole by 7/10 over 2nd place. And right now he's literally 11 seconds ahead of 2nd place. Coming out of the final corner, the Down East total sweep is officially not doable. Checkered flag is out, and Swan will win stage 1. Yeah, and he's just going to casually purple his lap by running a 1:21.1 at the end of it. Hey, 1:21, 1:21. Nice lap time. Bobby's going to bring it home 2nd place. Clone's going to bring that classic number 2 car home in 3rd place. Clone's going to bring that 7-time car home in 4th. Pudge, after having some trouble, he's going to come home 5th. And he's just going to crash that car, because we all know he doesn't care about the number 3 anyways. Van Gogh comes home 6th. Frank's not too far behind in 7th. Frank's going to be far behind if he crashes. Dear Lord. Checkered flag still waving. Down East back here in 8th place. There's only 9 drivers, and Down East is going to finish in 8th place. Man, either he's off or that car's off today, because that is so not like Down East, especially from what we've seen the last couple of days. And Huds will bring it home last place. And there's your stage 1 results on the left. I'll put up the official results here in a second. It's a pretty decent stage. We saw 4 wide racing coming out of turn 2 and almost out of turn 3 as well, but still, 1 caution. Always love seeing a small amount of cautions if we can do it. And yeah, let's look at the official stage 1 results. See what's crazy. Wow. I know like the cars have draft and all that, but it's crazy to me how different the lap times are in the race. Because Swan and Fabi are only separated by 1/10, even though Fabi fell that far back. Every car was loose in that stage except for Swan. I really never saw Swan get too loose. Pudge was all over the place. There's a couple of times he literally disappeared behind that wall and he became a smoke cloud. That was insane. But yeah, we're going to take a short 5 to 10 minute break. Let the drivers make adjustments to their cars if they need to, and then we will be right back for the start of stage 2. Alright, and we are back with some technical difficulties. The lobby host accidentally started the race when nothing was set. The grid wasn't set or anything, so yeah, just give them a second to get that all working right. And we're going to start stage 2, same lap length. Should be 12 green flag laps and then 20 laps to do stage 3. Again, man, whenever we all go to Road Atlanta next weekend, that's going to be fun. It's weird the order we do these series. Because Oshkosh kicks it off. They're the fastest cars we have, but they're also the hardest to drive. Then FES, it's kind of in the middle. I think they have the worst lap times out of the top 3 series, but then after that we finally go to Cup. So yeah, it's like we start really lethal, and then in the middle we have kind of the safest, and then we go to the moderately lethal in the Cup Series. Just waiting on them to set the grid and get this going again. Also, if you ever watch one of these races on demand, like after we've streamed it, you know, just in the future, just realize that we're going to have major gaps in the videos because, you know, it's non-stop, it's no editing, can't cut out any of the times where we're not actually racing, so just be prepared to fast forward a little bit. But again, being able to live stream like this, not have to do all of the editing and uploading and stuff, just having full races ready to watch, it does make it a lot easier, I must admit. I don't know, man. I might do this for some old races we have on GT Sport, because that's where this league started. We started on GT Sport, I think it was in 2021, like early that year. And then, yeah, we formed the Cup Series, and that was the only series we had because we didn't know any other good cars to run. We had Season 1, had, I would say, a decent showing. I mean, in our first race, I think we had 10 to 12 people show up. And obviously that gradually got less and less, you know, bound to happen over time. We did Season 2, then after Season 2, I started getting connected with a bunch of different people in different leagues. So a guy I know named Beast Mode, he runs his own league called the GSRL. Got connected to him with his Winston series, and then I got connected to somebody named Dennis who runs the Eagle 1 Racing League. I mean, again, just got connected with so many people because of the NFRL, you know, so if we didn't do what we did here, I wouldn't know all of those amazing people that love NASCAR and love racing. So I love that the NFRL exists, and I love how many people I've met basically because of it. Because if I didn't run this league, you know, I wouldn't be out there in the ghetto looking around at other leagues out there. So very grateful for that. And now we're ready to start stage 2. Swan and Fabi, well, and Clone actually, they all qualified 1, 2, 3 in that order, and now they're still in that order to start stage 2. It's crazy to me that the Cup Series race is very similar to FES so far, because I think in FES we either went caution free in stage 1 or we only had 1 at the start and then we didn't have any of the rest of that stage. So yeah, we'll see if we can have maybe more cautions in this upcoming stage. I'm not saying I hope they crash, but, you know, cautions always group the field back up, and it makes it a little more fun for the viewer, I guess. Again, this is so weird to me, seeing all these random numbers. And again, last season, I raced in this race. My all my stats and accomplishments, I did it in the 14 car, and last season I drove a 24 car in this race. That wasn't so odd, but what was odd was seeing my own car being driven by somebody else. Like, I saw somebody in the number 14 and it made me want to vomit. Like, it was just terrible. And you know what? I must say, I'm very grateful that nobody chose the 14 here today. But there's always next season. So drivers will form up this time. Lone had a decent finish, taking 4th place in stage 1. Pudge got wicked loose after Clone passed him, and then he fell all the way back to 5th place when he was running 2nd there for a little bit. Not sure what lanes these boys are going to be picking. I don't know, because the left lane, like, you're going to have the preferred line going into the first corner, but then there's an immediate right turn, I think, hairpin coming up. So it's like, would you rather... Wait, are these guys single file? Literally think these... Okay, well, that's good. We're going to have a single file restart coming to the green flag to start stage 2. Oh boy, this is going to get fun. Coming down to the green flag. Green flag is out. Now let's see how fast they become not a single file line. Bobby dove to the outside. He tried to make something work. Oh, he's actually there. He's going to send it in there. There is a car sideways in the back. Everybody gets off okay. Bobby goes around for the lead. 3 wide for second place. Lone threads Nino up the middle, and Lone's going to go to second place. What a move by that 48 car. All right, Lone, I see you. Very nice drive in there. Bobby just crashed from the lead. Lone's going to go to the lead, and Clone is right on his bumper. I don't know what Bobby hit, but he just crashed into the wall, and now his car is barely even moving back there. He's trying to get it back up to pace. Jeez, now that's a shakeup I didn't expect to see happening. 3 wide for second place. Lone went in the middle and didn't lift, and he actually made it stick. Coming through the S corners, I mean, Lone out of nowhere, he's going to look to try to lead a lap in that 7-time car. Again, this is a car that Jimmy Johnson drove in real life. I forget what season it was. It might have been 2018 or 2019. But yeah, it has some Richard Petty colors and some Dale Earnhardt colors. A very nice car. Yeah, how about this? How about this caution? Not sure he spun out in the back. Looks like it was a mixture of Huds and Fabi. I think they were going to try to open pit lane right there, but they were all past it. Again, sometimes whenever I'm actually racing, decisions are made really fast and on the fly. So sometimes, like, cars will be 2 to 3 car lengths away from pit road going caution speed, and then somebody will say pit road open. So it's like the first 2 to 3 cars are not going to have enough time to react and dive down in there if they wanted to. So the question now is, does anybody want to pit? Once again, stage 1 and 2, we had a caution on the first lap for both stages. Again, man, I wish I could show instant replay on this because that was an insane move by Lone. I couldn't believe how much Fabi sent it in on the outside of turn 1, and then got that amazing run through 2, and then all of a sudden Lone came from 4th place, threaded the Haas cars through the middle, held the speed, and then when he gets up to 2nd, Fabi crashed by himself coming through that S corner. Alright, we're going to see how these boys line up. Again, I'm not sure if pit road is open. If they start forming up at that one sign, that means we're going to go green. I mean, again, it's only lap 1, but I said that last time, and there was 5 cars in the pit lane. Lone is holding right side. Nobody's picking a different lane, so I do believe they're actually going to open pit road this time. Holy crap, this is going to be a lot of time under caution. I am not quite sure what just happened there. Really not sure what just happened there. I mean, the connection in this game is very unstable, and sometimes things can happen. I mean, those 2 cars just, they got together and they buckled. They just, it's almost like the cars like glitched inside of one another and then they just imploded. Okay, so Swan's going to stay out after getting booped, and he's going to get the lead back. Huds is right behind him. Everybody else is in pit lane. Fabi's going to take tires yet again on the first pit stop. So Lone will come out 3rd, Clone in 4th, Frank in 5th. I just realized Down East has already parked it for this race. We got told that he was going to run a kind of a part race tonight. He didn't have time to run all 3 stages, but I thought he was going to stick around for stage 2, but not even that. He's already done for the day, so Shame for that 16 car. I think he expected to have more speed here tonight. Maybe once he saw the speed he had, he was just thinking, man, just move on to next week, because he's not running full-time in the Cup Series. He's actually running full-time in just FES and Oshkosh. And once again, it's last Monday of August. Finally getting into the time where it's going to cool off a little bit, hopefully. And we still have tons of racing. We'll be racing and streaming every Friday. And I do believe this time they are finally going to do a form-up. HUD is the only car to go to the left lane somehow. Now, coming out of the final corner, I mean, this is HUD's only shot, in my opinion. He's going to have to send it in there, under brake a little bit, and then hope he can clear the 96. Coming down the front straightaway. Green flag is out, pretty even restart. Lowe's going to dive to the outside, 3 wide for the lead. HUD's under brakes to the inside. He does get clear there, 4 wide there for a second. HUD's is going to get spun in front of the pack. And the big one right here is tons of cars getting into each other. That's going to be a yellow flag. Basically crawling around at the speed limit of your average road, because, oh my god. Clone falls to last, so that was a mess coming through that corner. HUD's is still in second place. Swan falls back to 7th. Again, people are being real aggressive right now. Yikes. I mean, HUD's did the right thing. He under-braked just so he could get in front. And then once he got there, it's just a bunch of cars behind him were under-braking. I do believe they went 4 wide there for a split second, and then once that happened, HUD's got clipped right in front of traffic. I'd say at least 2 to 4 cars were involved with that initial hit. So, how about this top 3? Lone, HUDs, and Pudge. Just looking at the Cup Series for the last 2 seasons, these are guys that they're not necessarily in contention much, but they do always have an ability to try to win if they can get up near the front. Saying Pudge, he had, okay, in-car camera. Pudge literally had the best rookie season anybody has ever had in the Cup Series. Because he came in here brand new driving to this sort of racing, brand new to this car. He got 11 runner-ups. Literally, if the 14 car was not racing in Season 3, Pudge would have 11 victories in one season. That would easily be the most wins in one season. But yeah, right now he is second row back in the outside line. And here we go. Coming down to the start-finish line. We're going to try this again. Cars lined up 4x4. Green flag is out. Let's see if you can get a better run. Pudge is going to thread the inside. He's going to go for the lead. Almost 3 wide for a second. Pudge in that 3-car leads. Lone is getting beaten up back there in that 48 car. They were 3 wide in the back for a second. Swan up to 4th. They're still 2 wide in the back. That's a sick angle coming out of that, down that hill, I should say. Haas cars side by side. Oh, they're 3 wide. The Haas cars went 3 wide there for a second. Clone tried to give Swan a push. They're still door to door. Clone almost was considering going in the middle if he had enough time to get up there. Clone's going to get spun around and punted off into the sand. There's another car off into the grass. I do believe that's a multi-car crash. Yep. Caution is out again. Let me tell you, we are making up for the 1 stage, or the 1 caution first stage. Yikes. Well, with that, I do believe pit road will open this time. Swan and HUDs were the only 2 drivers that have not pitted yet. I don't know what the fuel mileage is on these monster cars, but I think 1 pit stop should do it for a stage. Tell you, man, Pudge and Lone's been here since the beginning. He's one of the longest time Cup drivers. Pudge is one of the more experienced veterans we have in this league, and now they're finally running 1-2 in a Cup race. Fabi Swan, they got really close, driving door-to-door there almost for a half a lap. Frank back there in 5th. And if we look at teams right now, RFK leads, Petty's in 2nd. Haas runs 3rd, 4th. Then RFK again back in 5th. There's a lot of different point systems that we're tracking this season. As we're doing driver points, we're also doing manufacturer points. And then you want to talk about a crazy point system to keep track of? The Winston series. Literally old school Nextel Cup style points from back in the early 2000s. So every replay we have to watch back and see who led, how many laps, who got the fastest lap, who led the most. But again, this league has a really fun dynamic. A lot of great characters that get to talk and race 3 to 4 times a week. Again, if you love NASCAR and you have Gran Turismo 7, please message CarFreak13 on PlayStation and mention the NFRL. We will set you up an interview with league admin to try out. I just noticed that number 3 on that orange car on the passenger door, well, on the right side, I'll say, that thing is horrifically skewed. Coming down to the choose code, Pudge left, Lone right. Let's see where the rest of these guys stack up. Again, Clone was he was trying not to get in the way of his teammates, but he also wasn't going to just back off and let him go, and then he got, I don't know who clipped him, but I know he dove low when somebody barely had their bumper in there, and then it just, yeah, bye. So coming down to the front straightaway, we are once again lined up 4x4. Once they cross the stripe, there will be 6 laps to go. Crowd is on their feet. Here we go. Green flag is out. Huge shot from Swan to Lone. Pudge with the aggressive line. He does clear. Lone really loose right there on corner exit. Swan tried to get under Lone. Not enough room there. And look at that. Everybody gets through the corner unscathed. We are good, and we are going to stay green. Swan goes out into the grass. Luckily, he didn't spin out. Pudge holds the lead. Lone holds second. There's a car off into the grass. It is Clone and Huds. Not sure if that's going to be a caution right now. We're going to see if anybody slows down coming out of that corner. Nope, looks like they're staying full steam, so we're still green. That technically was a multi-car, but not really, because Hud stayed on the track. He was just going slower. So even with Pudge and Lone leading, they do have a problem, because Swan was just, I think he was a full second quicker than both of these guys in qualifying. But again, race situation is a lot different than qualifying. It's crazy to see Pudge leading laps not in a 2-car. Again, this tradition that we have of doing the identity crisis, we've guaranteed that we're going to be doing this every season in the Cup Series. Swan thought about going low there for a second. Lone, I thought he underbraked there. Oh yeah, he did. He was diving low to try to get a run on the 3-car. Oh, Lone's loose on corner exit. Swan should be able to power by on the outside. Yep, he's going to take over second place. Just looking through the field, making sure everybody's fine. Frank is getting close, trying to challenge Fabi for that spot. Now with Swan up to second, he's going to try to get up there to Pudge. I'll tell you one thing, not only is this identity crisis where people are driving different numbers, but they're also driving different paint schemes, and I must say, some of these paint schemes are some absolute NASCAR classics. Like obviously this 3-car is one of Dale's old cars. This 96 is a classic Terry Labonte paint scheme. I mean, there's a lot of cool paint schemes in the race today. Wow, Lone just lost a lot of time to Swan. And once again, I always mention this every race, but there's something in the display settings where you can actually show a bottom bar and it'll show tire wear and fuel remaining for a car, and also show some of the assists they're using. And again, we're not going to show team information on a live stream. Swan is right there on his bumper. Might try to go low. Wow, Pudge just overgassed the crap out of that corner. Swan, he's there on the inside. No, he's not. Pudge keeps him cleared. How aggressive does Swan get? Remember, Swan is only 6 points behind Fabi going into today. One thing Fabi has, though, Fabi won that Daytona 500, so he currently has 6 playoff points in his bank account. Pudge is currently purple, but not by much compared to the purple time. And just remember that Swan ran a low 121 in Stage 1. That is a wild camera view of all those cars flying up over that hill. Clone is currently still in last! Pudge getting loose! He's really loose! Swan's going to go by for the lead. Pudge is still within striking range. Is he going to stay to the outside? Nope, he's going to let Swan go by. Now he's going to try to cross him over to the inside. Not quite there yet. Now Lone's into the mix. Door to door for second place. Lone's going to try to get around Pudge, as Pudge is still wicked loose off that corner. These guys better be careful, because the more they do this, the more that Swan's going to be able to drive away from them, as he's doing literally right now. Jeez. Pudge looking to the inside. Fabi's starting to get up into this mix now, because he's up to 4th. Lone is still to the inside of the 3. Look at how loose these cars are, man. These cars are way different than last season's Cup car. Jeez, you know, those tires just squealing. Oh, Lone and Fabi both go out into the grass. Pudge is going to hold second now. Fabi gets by for 3rd. Lone lost a lot of speed in that corner. I don't know. There is traffic coming. Fabi better be careful. Did not mean to change the camera there. That is a caution flag. Word from NFRL is that we are going to go green this time. Because of that, they need to bring the cars to a stop, because they are going to do a choose cone right here. We do stuff like this a lot of times because per NFRL rules, there has to be at least 2 green flags I can't speak tonight. Green flag laps left in the race to go back green. If not, the stage will end under caution. Fabi was going perfectly straight. His right rear tire clipped a rumble strip, and then bam, just completely swinged it right into a wall. That looked violent. Alright, so cars are going to form up now. There will be 2 laps to go, and now if a caution comes out, it will end the stage. This stage has been filled with a lot of cautions. After the first stage, I wasn't really expecting that, to be honest. Here we go. 5 cars are lined up on the inside. 3 cars are lined up in the right side lane. Got Haas and Petty in row 1. You got RFK taking up row 2. This is it. 2 laps to go for stage 2. Once again, the crowd's on their feet. Green flag is out. Frank gave Lone a huge shot. Pudge is going to dive to the inside of the 96. Oh, he's trying. Frank is to the inside of his teammate. Nope, Pudge is still there. Now can Lone try to hold off this 90 in 3rd and 4th. Clone is up to 6th after being trapped in last after that last little caution came out. Pudge is going to dive to the right side, inside of Swan. Here they go. 3 wide for second place. Frankie missed the braking zone completely. He shoots off into the sand. I bet you that just scared the bejesus out of 3 or 4 of those cars. Pudge in second, Lone leading. Swan's going to try to cross Pudge over, coming through that corner. Swan is there, door to door for second place. Pudge is just keeping his foot in that gas pedal, trying to hold second place. Once again, we say every single point matters, and these guys are racing so hard for second. Lone is running away with this stage. Little bit of a shot. Oh, God. Swan's giving him a huge shot through that corner. Lots of smoke coming out of that. And here we go. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go for stage 2 as Lone will take the white flag in that 48 car. Bobby dives low. Haas boys side by side. Now all 3 of the Haas cars are running 3 wide together there for a second. Pudge is up to 2nd still. Clone up to 4th. Now he's going to try to go challenge Swan. Nope, Bobby's going to get under him side by side still. Jeez, what a turnaround for Lone. He finished 4th in stage 1. Didn't have much speed for the front runners. Now all of a sudden, timing a late restart right, goes to the lead, and now he's just half a lap away from winning a stage. It would be his first stage win of this season. Swan's not gone yet, though. He's definitely going to challenge Pudge for that 2nd place spot before the stage is over. Pudge is just wheeling the crap out of that 3 car. Swan's going to try to get underneath of him. He's right there. He almost clips Pudge. He is clipping Pudge. He lets off of it. He's in Pudge's bumper. Swan's not going to go away. He's going to try to get around him. Lone's driving away. He has 1.5 seconds. Swan to the outside of the 3 car. Pudge is going to try to get to the 96. He's almost there. Door to door for 2nd place. Lone is going to win stage 2, and it is Swan. Swan is going to get 2nd by, you see the gap, 0.028 of a second. Clone was right there to take 4th place. That was a crazy run to the start-finish line to end the stage. Holy. So, uh-oh. Okay, we have some more technical difficulties here. I'm not sure what's going on. I was about to throw up the stage results there, but never mind that. I think Pudge may have hit the wrong button. So yeah, while this does the spinny thing, just explaining what just happened. That was insane, dude. So Lone times a late restart perfectly. And then, what is it? Pudge and Swan battling tooth and nail there for the last lap and a half. Oh man, that was insane to watch. And yeah, I'm pulling up the stat sheet here. So all time, Lone has, if I can find it, Lone has 3 race wins and 2 stage wins in the Cup Series. So that will be his 3rd stage win all time. And he does it driving that number 48 7-time car, so very good job by Lone there. And again, Pudge and Swan, they were dead even there for the results of that. Being separated by less than half a tenth, I mean, that was some good racing right there. Pudge was wheeling it near sideways off of nearly every corner. Swan tried the crossover after they came through the S corner. Almost worked, but then Pudge just aggressive blocking from that 3 car. And, oh, man, that was extremely fun. Again, I am not quite sure what happened to the lobby. I'm going to find that out here in a second. Alright, so Pudge is the room host, and I just found out that his room, I think his entire game crashed. So that's unfortunate. We'll wait here a second until they get the lobby back up. Well, I'll tell you one thing. With the lobby crashing, that means nobody got to save that replay. So I'm certainly glad I was streaming that. So now if anybody wants to see the results of that, just watch this video whenever it's on demand. Alright, so I'm actually going to... Oh, there's nothing I can really do. I can just sit here and wait for the lobby to go back up. See, this lobby's here, but, like, it does not exist. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. That is the real lobby. Derp. All right, so just to recap, I actually want to see if I can pull up the results from that stage. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on, I'm finding it. It's somewhere here. All right, so Lone wins, Swan second, Pudge third, Clone fourth, Fabian fifth, Huds took sixth, Van Gogh seventh, and Frankie in eighth. So that is your official Stage 2 results. Again, sorry that I can't throw them up on the screen there, but again, great win for Lone, a great stage win for Petty GMS. They haven't done much as a team recently, just because Haas has been having outrageous speed recently, but hey, a really, really good timed restart there, combined with Pudge racing Swan really hard for second place, helped Lone escape out to the lead. And yeah, that's Stage 2 of the Identity Crisis 300. Now just give us, I would say 5 minutes, no 10 minutes this time, but yeah. Give us about 5 minutes and we will start the final stage. Identity Crisis 300. I made a little bit of an error earlier. I said that there was 20 laps for the final stage, but no. There are 25 laps. Again, all the schedules and lap lengths, they were determined at the start of the season, so I, of all people, should know what the stage lengths are, but yeah, I guess I don't. So yeah, this last stage is going to be even longer than what I thought. That's easily going to be maybe a 2 to 3 stop stage, maybe. Get these display settings correct here. Again, looking through the field, I find it wild that Lone was able to carry that much speed on a late restart. And then again, Pudge and Lone aren't teammates, but the fact that Pudge was able to stay up with Swan all that time and basically slow him down, Pudge essentially helped Lone win that stage. But either way, that was a great piece of driving by Lone. And yeah, I heard that basically as soon as the race finished, the finishing order popped up on the screen, and then all of a sudden Pudge's entire game crashed. I'm pretty sure that's what he told me. But yeah, nobody was able to save that replay, so I'm very grateful that at least it's on here as a live stream. Because even though it was just for second, that was one of the wildest finishes there, just for second place in a stage. Again, I hope you all have been enjoying our weekly streams. The crazy thing is we have a wild schedule we're trying to keep, so if we race every week with how it's all laid out, our final race will be at the start of December. So yeah, we're trying everything we can to make sure every race happens when they're supposed to and on time. And if we're able to get this season completed, it'll be a very great thing to accomplish. Again, the top 3 series are the ones that I'll be streaming, and each one of them, they have 15 races apiece. So yeah, that is 45 full-length races that hopefully I'll have all of them on my channel. That would be cool. Coming down to the restart zone. I'm sorry, we don't have one of those because we're normal. We get green when the leaders get to the start-finish line, but that was the choose cone. So Swan does take opposite of Lone to line up on the front row. Pudge and Fabi are going to line up in row 2. And yeah, Fabi was pretty aggressive there on that last restart. He was definitely challenging the Haas boys. But hey, yes, you have teammates in this league, but obviously everybody's trying to win a race. Coming down to the start-finish line, this will be the first, I guess the first green flag restart here for the final stage. Lone gets a great shot by Pudge. Heading off into turn 1, going into 2. Clone is on the inside of the 96, trying to get around him. Got really loose. Swan's going to have better corner exit speed. I mean, Clone is still to his door. Pudge is going to block the 96. Lone is going to once again get out to the lead. Oh my! Swan just got doored and basically catapulted into the wall. Yeah, that is 100% a caution, and that also is me picking up my walkie-talkie and requesting EMS, because I think the poor guy might not have his head anymore. That didn't even look like that hard of a hit. Like, they were door-to-door through the S corner, and then all of a sudden Swan's car just said, yep, left turn. God, he's driving slow, just catching back up to the pack. Oh my god, dude, that was gnarly. So yeah, obviously that's caution. So now, all 3 stages, we've had a caution on the first lap. That is a tradition that I don't want to carry over to next week, I'll just say that. Alright, so they will do a choose cone this time. They're going to form up. Swan back there, he's just taking that all in right now. It's like, he looks scared. He doesn't even look like he wants to get close to these cars. He's like, I choose life, and he's just going to stay back. Looking back up at the leaders, Pudge and Lone will line up on the front row. I tell you, those two really got a good restart when they lined up bumper to bumper, so I'm actually kind of shocked Pudge didn't go with him in his lane. But now Lone has his petty teammate in the 94 car behind him. And as a common theme with this race so far, the cars are once again lined up 4x4. I still can't believe these brothers lined up single file 8 cars deep for one of the restarts. That was just insane. Alright, coming down the front straightaway. They're across the start finish line. Green flag is out. What a push by Clone to Pudge. A lot of smoke shooting out of these cars. Pudge goes to the lead. Clone goes to second. Clone, he's going to try to get to the inside of Pudge. Can't quite get there as Pudge is going to power through on the outside. Cars are mostly single file looking through the pack. Swan's going to get back up to 7th place after that restart. Let's see if everybody can get through here unscathed, because dear God. Like the shape and colors of Swan's car, just picture that indented into that section of wall back there, because that was violent. Cars are getting a little close touchy-feely up here for 3rd place. That is Lone, Huds, and Fabi running really close quarters. Also, Frank is back there too. Lone now gets a decent gap in 3rd. They are side by side there for a second. Let's see if Frank is going to try to follow Fabi. Yes, he will. Huds is going to go to the outside and let him go for now. So Frankie, for the first time today, he's actually up in the top 5. And right now, Pudge and Clone, the two people who literally, they basically swapped each other's cars for this race. And now they're 1-2, and Clone is coming to try to battle for the lead. That is a crazy thought to me, that these two guys would be battling for the lead at some point in this race. And with Pudge under braking, Clone should be able to close that gap rapidly to the inside. Clone to the lead. And no, Pudge! Oh, he was still there. He actually hit the brakes a little bit. Still door-to-door for the lead. Here they come through the S's. Clone shuts that door and barely closes out Pudge. Oh my God, Frank shot off a little bit there. Lone is now door-to-door with Pudge. He's going to try to take 2nd place. Clone is coming around in this 2 car, and I think he's going to try to lead his first lap today. I can't remember if he did that earlier. Again, stage 1 was 1 caution and not much else happened, just a lot of green flag racing. Stage 2, so much happened, I can't remember half of it. Lone up into the wall on that corner exit. Pudge is going to look to the inside. It's going to get around him pretty cleanly, although Lone is still there. Going to try to give him a little tap to the bumper. Fabi's loving seeing that. He wants to get up to these boys and try to take 2nd for himself. Coming out of the final corner, I do believe this is the first lap he's going to lead, but Clone in that classic Season 1-2 car. Clone will lead that lap and actually purples it. Now let's see how aggressive Lone's going to be to try to get 2nd place away from the 3 car. On Fabi too, let's see how aggressive Fabi's going to be. And don't look now, but behind all these boys, the fastest car here today is now back and he's up to 5th. If these guys start racing each other pretty hard, Swan's going to get up there in the blink of an eye. Looking back through the field, Huds and Van Gogh are just not doing much in the back. They've kind of really spread out, actually. Frank was up to 5th a second ago, now he's back to 8th place. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Right now, Lone's about maybe 2 car lengths off of the 3 car. Sound like Clone got really loose right there, or his tires are just eating away. You see how loose these cars are getting? Like, whenever they slant sideways like that, man, they are just out of control. I hear tires squealing. It sounds like there might be a car around in the back. Frank is in the grass, just mowing away. This is not Farming Sim. Looks like he's fine. I'm not sure if Huds was involved in that. Huds looks fine. Frank does not. Frank looks practically drunk at this point. Van Gogh's in no man's land, and then basically the top 5 are all... I mean, they're pretty close together. Just checking. No, we're still green. I almost thought it sounded like they were off pace, but nope, we're still green. Fabi all over Lone's bumper. He's going to try to get around him now. Clone squealing his tires as he drove by the camera there. Let's see if Fabi pushes, or he might try to dive to the inside. Fabi, he's not quite there. He might try to underbrake a little bit just to get to the run. I hate this camera. I'm trying to get it to a different one. That one's a little bit better. Fabi goes to the outside lone with a really good crossover to keep third away from the 29 car. And with all of that, now Swan is right there, a couple of car lengths off of the 29. And he was about a couple of inches away from that wall on corner exit. Oh, and Lone gave Fabi a huge shot through that corner. He's going to go around for third. Swan almost got to the inside to Fabi because of that. The inside of Fabi, sorry. Still door-to-door for third. And right up here now we have a challenge for the lead as Pudge has caught Clone, shockingly. Trying to keep an eye on everything. I wish I had a blimp camera just to watch everything from a glance. Going off into turn one. I'm not sure what just happened to Clone. He just went completely off of the screen. Lone's trying to keep Fabi behind him. Fabi goes to the inside. He is there, door-to-door for third again. And now Pudge is going to go to the lead. I'm shocked these two aren't battling more, but again, I hate these stupid cameras because Clone quite literally just went off the camera and I didn't know where he was. He could have been in a different state for all I knew. Now let's see if Clone can try to chase Pudge back down. They are door-to-door back there still for fourth place as Fabi's trying to get around Lone too. Fabi's probably not really happy because Lone gave him quite a shot last lap. Clone is drifting back there in that 2 car. Swan's coming. Swan is right there in third and he is in striking range. Something crazy about Pudge. I mentioned that he had 11 runner-ups in Season 3. I think he had 2 or 3 last season, but Pudge has never won a Cup Series race in the NFRL. He's had speed on so many different occasions, but he's never been able to fully put a race together. As Lone is off against the wall in the grass in the final corner, I thought I saw some dirt shooting up there. He is going to be way off pace as Van Gogh is now chasing him down the front straightaway. Not sure what happened there, actually. Leaders are separated by 7/10. Swan is coming because now it's about half a second between Swan and Clone. Again, Swan's only off of Pudge by 1.2 seconds. Clone looked like he got really loose through that corner. Dude, those cars wheeling through that, that looks dangerous. Pudge did not get all of the break he wanted to. Now Clone is back, and Swan is there too. There's going to be a 3-way battle here for the lead. Oh, it sounded like Clone underbraked. I'm not sure who underbraked, because now all of a sudden Clone is really in front of Swan. Oh, Fabi! He clipped the grass. He got really loose. He saved it, though. That was a good save. I'm not sure what the heck happened to Lone. Now he's back in 6th place. So focused on these leaders, I'm not really watching the back guys, but Lone wasn't even a back guy there a second ago. Coming down the front straightaway to complete lap 8. Dear Lord. Still 18 laps to go. Looking up at Pudge again, he still maintains a decent gap to Clone. I don't know what happened back there. Clone and Swan went... I don't think they were door-to-door, but they were really close through the S, and then all of a sudden, Pudge started driving away. I'm not sure how aggressive Swan's going to be, but again, whether it was an accident or not, Clone literally doored him and basically killed him coming through the S corner. Swan, he is there on the inside. He's going to go for 2nd place. Clone just slammed on the brakes. I think he was going to try a crossover. Ain't no way that's going to work on that 96 car. Now with no traffic in front of him, Swan has to make up 1.5 seconds. Clone is actually there challenging the 96 again. He's only a car length back. Just watching the line of that 2 car compared to the 96. Oh my god, we have an arrow round. Lone is once again wicked unstable through the S corners. And now looking back, Frank and Huds are actually close quarter racing. Oh my lord, this is dangerous looking. There's actually some pretty close racing going on all over the track. Not to jinx anything, but haven't had a caution in a while. It's been a few laps. Now Swan is literally only 2/10 off of Pudge. Swan is clearly the fastest car here today. She's only about a car length now. He's going to try to pounce right here. If he can get the draft run down the straightaway, he might be able to dive to the inside of the 3 car. Coming down into this corner, I think last time by, Pudge underbraked just a little bit and he shot way to the outside. Swan's going to try to get the run on the inside. No, Pudge is going to hold it. Through the S corners. Surprisingly, none of them are getting loose this time. I stand corrected. I mean, Pudge gets loose just about everywhere. Who am I kidding? Oh, he underbraked a little bit that time. Swan's going to have a run to the inside. He is there. Door to door. Nope, Pudge is still in front. Ah, and Pudge almost... he almost went straight into the wall on the right side. I mean, this is it, man. 2 of the best drivers in this league and in this series racing for the lead. Clone and Fabi are Haas teammates running 3rd and 4th. They're actually starting to battle pretty good back here. Again, this is a road course. It's not highly technical, but, you know, it's still a road course, and the top 4 have stayed pretty close together for most of this final stage. Swan tried to get a run on the inside. That also did not work, as Pudge is just really getting the power down on the outside. Oh, Pudge got really shaky through that S corner. I thought Swan was going to dump him. Now Clone all of a sudden is only within a car length of Swan. There's a lot of racing going on within this top 4 group. I thought Swan was door-to-door with Pudge. Nope, Pudge still has him cleared. Let's see if he tries to go to the inside in this corner. You see Pudge defending that inside line. Swan's going to try to cross him over. Fabi gives him a nice shot to the back bumper. There was a lane there, but Swan didn't take it. Oh, this is insane racing with these guys. I thought Swan was there. I thought once again Pudge was going to get clipped. Swan to the inside this time. He's going to go for the lead. Pudge with the outside momentum. Fabi's going to try to go with his teammate. They are door-to-door coming down the front straightaway. That goes back to single file. And man, these guys... I can't believe how much these guys are staying together. This is some of the best racing we've seen in this league. This is amazing. The other 3 are just off pace in the back. That's fine, because again, these 4 are just putting on a show. And now their Clone fell back to 4th. Fabi's trying to maybe pass Swan if he can get up to him. Oh my lord! When they were running side by side there, I cannot believe how much more of a wheelie the 96 had. He's going to try to cross over the 3. I think he's there. Is he? Nope. Pudge clears him. Oh my god, these guys are racing so hard. Oh my god, Swan's right on his bumper! He almost turned Pudge. He literally did. And now Fabi's right there on Swan's bumper. Door-to-door for the lead. Swan has the outside momentum. Fabi's trying to go to the inside. These guys might go 3 wide, and there's only 3 of them battling. My god! Swan's going to get officially around him for the lead. Fabi might try to slow Pudge down so he can't get there. Pudge is going to send it into the inside. Fabi to the inside! 3 wide there for a second. Door-to-door for the lead, and Fabi is going to lead this lap as Pudge and Clone send it down pit road. What a move by the 29. And now with Pudge out of the picture, these 2 are still racing hard. Fabi's going to try to cross him over. Swan's going to cover that up. Oh my god. Hope y'all are enjoying this. It's wild to me that some of the best racing we've ever seen is coming when people are driving the wrong numbers. And again, I think I mentioned at the top, these guys were separated by about maybe 7/10 or so in qualifying. But now, again, when they get into a race, they're actually pretty even. Fabi almost head on that wall. Dear God. Look through the field a little bit. Lone's up to third. Frank's up to fourth. I'm pretty sure Pudge, Clone, and I think the 2 cars behind them, they may have pitted. So I literally think the back 4 have all pitted now. So let's see how long it takes Swan and them to go down pit road. Wow, I actually just realized, I know they had a caution at the start, however, they just completed lap 13, which is the halfway point, so we are officially halfway on this last stage. But they just went an entire half of this stage without pitting. And judging by the fuel that Pudge had in that tank, I'm not sure if Pudge can make it on one stop. Especially considering that he pitted going into lap 13. Lone's going to come down pit road this time, so he was able to make it 13 laps barely. Frankie's literally out. I think he just coasted to pit lane. A lot of different strategies. I mean, for the top 4 running pretty close together there for a few laps, it's shocking to me how different these strategies are. Lone's going to take a brand new set of Goodyears. See what Frank. Yeah, Frank's going to get some tires too. Try to get that car full of Sunoco gas fuel. See what happens here. Everybody's going to fill up their tanks. Huds is... Oh, so I was wrong about that. Huds had not pitted yet, so he's going to come down pit road this time. Lone is officially out. Frank's not too far behind him. As we look back up here, Pudge now has 2.2 seconds over Clone for third place. See if the leaders come down this time. Looks like they will. They will finally. Swan was about out, so... Well, this is counting at least about a half, or maybe 1.5 caution laps. Either way, I'm not really sure what these guys can do. I'm not sure if these guys can last the rest of the race on this one stop, so we will definitely see. Everybody's taking tires. A tire wear actually might be a thing this stage. Let's see where Pudge comes out in comparison to the Haas boys that just pitted. It's going to be close, although I think Swan's now coming out. Yep, so these 3 should be pretty much back together, except Pudge is now going to be behind them all. I don't think that's what Pudge wanted to see, because Swan's one of those guys that when he gets out to the lead, he can kind of just drive away. But then Swan's also one of those guys that if he gets into traffic, he's not that good, seemingly. Although, I can take that back. Today, he's actually been pretty good. In other races so far this season, in other series, it's just, if he's in traffic, he just hasn't been the fastest. But nah, today he's been behind cars almost the whole race, or sorry, this whole stage. And he's actually been doing pretty good holding his own. So for the first time this entire stage, these top 4 cars are actually pretty spread out. You look at the gaps, I mean, you know, a second to 1.5 seconds separates all of them. Now looking back here, Van Gogh is in 5th, his teammate right behind him in 6th. And again, I always try to look through the whole field, give all these drivers some camera spotlight. And we haven't done this all day today, so why not do one now while there's some really good green flag racing going on. But here is an NFRL Crank It Up. right. Love hearing those cars really have the spotlight and just have all that sound. If I had a way to change the audio mix, I would actually try to crank the volume up a little bit more. As we finally have two cars battling here, as Clone and Pudge are once again going to find themselves right next to each other. Man. Tell you one thing, whenever you start streaming daily, and you actually like put a lot of time and effort into it, it really does become a grind. Pudge is all over Clone's car! Oh my god! Oh my lord, Pudge finally did not save it. What a shocker. I think that is a league first. For the first time in Pudge's career, he did not save a loose spinning race car. And that will be a caution flag. Wow. Again, he was literally... It looked like Clone was going slower by 1 or 2 miles an hour, and Pudge just kept his foot in it. It looked like their bumpers got locked, and then bam, he just... Car was all over the place, and then... He was turning that thing left and right. You know he wasn't lifting out of the gas pedal. And then, yeah, finally didn't save it. Might want to write that down somewhere in the stat sheet. I think that's literally the first time he has not saved a race car. So everybody's going to catch up and get grouped up here. Pit road will not open this time. It will open next time, though. And now, all of a sudden, that will really help drivers like Pudge, Lone, Van Gogh. It'll help all of those guys get to the end. Because now they can come make their last pit stop. I mean, unless the Haas boys used up their tires, they should be able to stay out. Even though I think Clone actually pitted with Pudge, so Clone might need this too, actually. Been a pretty good race so far tonight. Had a lot of battling. That end of stage 2, that was pretty fun. Man, these guys are going caution pace down the back straight, and there's still 2 cars that are near the start-finish line. This pack got really spread out there because that was a really long green flag run. And again, the top 4 right now, I cannot believe how much close quarter racing they did under green flag. Like, they were racing so hard against each other, they could all stay together. Nobody had an outright advantage, and that was just so amazing to watch. So Downey's parked it early. I can only do stage 1 just because of the timing of it. The 8 car was not able to show up tonight, but we still had 8 of our prime starters show up, which is awesome. And again, if you like this wildness that you're seeing, just remember, the NFRL is on Gran Turismo 7 for PlayStation. You don't have to have a PS5, but obviously it's recommended, because to me, the game is way more stable. But, yeah, if you want to race with us, we run 4 different series. We race Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. The top 2 series both have cash prizes up for grabs. And yeah, message CarFreak13 on PlayStation to mention the NFRL, and we can set you up an interview with League Admin, and you can also try out. Hope you all have enjoyed the race tonight, because it's been wild to see up from this booth. Well, pit road will open this time. Again, I think Swan and Fabi could make it the rest of the way, but if I was them, I would actually pit for safety. I mean, why not? Everybody else is going to. And nope, those 2 are good. And also, I did notice in the middle of that green flag run, I saw Frankie make a second pit stop. So just by doing that, he's now is up to 3rd. So basically, he made his final stop under green to see if he could potentially come out on the better end of the stick. And it looks like he will. Yep, Pudge is going to take fresh tires. Looks like Pudge is... Oh no, Pudge and Lone, they will both take tires. Nobody else will. Wow, Pudge took tires and he also took the most fuel, so he's going to come out in last place. I don't know, we might move this identity crisis thing to some of the other series. Although, in my opinion, it's kind of cool that it's kind of exclusively the Cup. But again, it's such a nifty idea just to be able to run different paint schemes, run different numbers, and really just change things up. Again, the NFRL has a really cool dynamic because there's leagues out there, they will run a specific category of car, but they'll run different manufacturers. So, example, you can have a Mustang, a Camaro, or no, sorry, a Mustang, a Corvette, a Mazda, a Tenza, and then some other random car, the Jaguar F-Type, or whatever it's called. You can have all four of those cars, and then you can switch BOP on, which is balanced performance, and it'll make every car seem equal with the stats. But they're not equal at all. Certain cars will have certain advantages at certain tracks, but they're never all equal. What this does with what we do is everybody has the exact same car. It's a Nissan Silvia, and then it's just looked, it has different, what are they called? Templates. So like, Swan's looks like a Monte Carlo, Fabi's looks like a Chevy SS, Frank's there looks like a Dodge Intrepid. They're all different manufacturers with the stickers that are on the car, but they're all the same base car. So then all the speed comes from the tunes that the teams come up with, and I love how we do things here. I think it's a really cool dynamic. I really don't see many other leagues doing this exactly, so yeah, I love what we do here. This is going to be a wild camera angle for the restart, coming down to the start-finish line. Green flag is out, huge shot from the right lane. Bobby's still pushing Swan into the corner. With all the smoke shooting out, I thought he might have pushed him just a little bit too much. Frank is battling hard. Frank goes up to second. He's going to shoot way to the outside. They were almost 4 wide. Yes, you heard that right, 4. Pudge goes from last to second in 2 corners. It's Bobby to the inside. They are 2 wide, 2 cars deep. Die! Pudge! He is sideways! Into the grass. Oh, he saves that one. Of course he does. And now he's going to fall back to last place, even though he rallied all the way up to second in 2 corners. Oh, and Clone got clipped by Frank. Bobby almost got clipped by... Oh, and 2 cars just synchronized wrecked in the back. That was perfectly synced in tandem. That was actually pretty beautiful looking. That will be a caution flag, as that's a multi-car. You saw the gap there for a second. Swan got up to a 3-second lead that quickly. Now things are getting dicey, because again, if you win a race, you pocket 5 playoff points that go towards your playoff point total for the playoffs. And obviously you get 40 points to your regular points, so yeah, there's a lot at stake here. They were past the choose cone, so pit road should open this time. See if we have any takers. Oh, that was actually a pretty energetic restart there. Oh my lord. So we're gonna have 4 laps to go when they go green this time. I still can't believe how sideways Pudge has gotten all race tonight. Pudge is currently inside the top 5. Fabi's all the way back in 8th place. Dear God. And in the top 2, you have the winners of stages 1 and 2. Swan took the first, Lone took the second. See if somebody else can maybe come up and win the race today. Lone is crazy to me because, in my opinion, I mean, look at, well, his fastest lap isn't even shown on that lap time there, but Lone doesn't have the fastest lap time when it comes to pure time trial speed, and yet he just has some of the best luck when it comes to getting to the front and then battling to hold the lead. So that was the choose cone. Cars are going to line up side by side. See if they line up 4x4 again. Clone is up there on the front row. Lone is behind Swan again. Lone is one of the best pushers on a restart, so definitely ideal to have him behind you. And Pudge is behind him. Those two cars, Pudge and Lone, they are the best pushers on the restart, so we're going to see how this goes. I'm not sure about Clone on the left lane, because I'm not really sure what Frank can do on a restart, and then Huds has never been good at him, just being honest. Alright, coming down to the start-finish line, there will be 4 laps to go. Stuart Haas on the front row, a great push from Lone yet again. How hard does Clone go in there? Oh, Clone under braked, he's going to shoot across the track. Oh, Pudge is to the inside, 3 wide for second place. Here comes Pudge. Here comes everybody. Still 3 wide for second place going through turn 3. Lone gets the spot. They're still 3 wide going through the S corners, and Frank is going to get spun. 2 cars slow into the grass. He's still spinning in the middle of traffic. Multiple cars around. That will be another yellow flag. Frank and Fabi, hard lick out into that wall. Oh my, dude, they were holding 3 wide there for about half a lap. Nobody could get in front of the other, and it was just insane. And once again, just to mention one of the rules, you need to have at least 2 green flag laps remaining to be able to go green. Otherwise, we'll have to go to a green-white checkered. And right now, coming to the line this time, there will be 3 laps to go, so if a caution comes out in this first lap, we can go green again. And then if a caution comes out before we take the white flag, we'll go to a green-white. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Oh my, so this this stack up looks very interesting, because now we have Pudge and Clone lined up bumper to bumper in the left lane. They've just got to be careful, because again, for whatever reason, Lone is one of the best pushers when coming to the green flag. Pudge has been a wheelman all day in that 3 car. He has the speed to win here today. He just has to put together a really good last few laps. Basically, all these guys are thinking the same thing. Get to the lead, and then hope there's somebody who can battle Swan enough to hold him back. Because if Swan has open racetrack, he's more than likely going to outdrive you. Coming down the front straightaway to the start-finish line, 3 laps to go for the Identity Crisis 300. Pudge got a really good restart there on the inside lane. Ooh, I almost thought he got hard in the brakes. I almost thought he was going to under-brake there. Clone is going to get there for second. Oh, they're fine. Things got really bottled up there. Swan tried to get to the inside of Clone, can't get there, and Pudge goes to the lead. Oh my gosh. Oh, Clone goes way out in the grass. He doesn't hit the wall. He's fine. Looking back here, how close is Swan trying to make this move? Swan got a huge wheelie off of that hill there. I saw smoke shoot out of one of the cars. Clone's going to try a crossover move. Look at that 2 car. Clone's there. He's quick enough. I think he's going to back off and let Swan have it. Nope, he's staying there. Door to door. Look at that. Oh, my. I thought they were going to wreck. Oh, and Lone just put Clone in the wall. Lone shot the gap right there. Oh my gosh, we're coming down to the end of the race. Pudge leads, Swan is right behind him. Coming down to 2 laps to go. White flag will be next time by. Door to door, coming down to the front straightaway here. Swan is going to get by for the lead, but Pudge is still right there behind him. Pudge aggressive on the brakes. He's going to try to get in front of the 96. Can't do it that time. Swan's using every inch of that racetrack. Pudge is still on the outside. He's still going for the lead. He gets a really good outside run. Swan has the preferred line through that corner. Pudge is still door to door with him, and now Fabi's coming into the picture. This is a great battle for the lead here coming to the end of this race. Oh, Pudge got loose. Pudge is going to save it somehow. Fabi's now in position to try to get second away from him. And we're coming up to the last lap really fast. Swan is driving away by a couple of thousandths. Again, if we make it to the white flag, the next flag will end the race, be it checkered or caution. Oh, man. Can Pudge get there? Fabi's going to get to the inside. That is not what Pudge wants to see. Fabi takes over second place, and now coming to the final corner. Pudge thought about going low. He thought better of it. Here we go. All the cars on the track are straight. There is no yellow flag. Coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Final lap for the Identity Crisis 300. Pudge is going to dive to the inside of Fabi, try to get around him. Fabi's going to cross him back over, but now Pudge has the preferred line. Hard racing for second. Fabi gets a run to the outside. He's going to try to get around him. Still door-to-door for second place. I know it's just for second, but again, this is some hard racing between these two. Oh, but yeah, it's hard racing. It's hard racing. Fabi's in the wall. He's going to fall way off pace. That was aggressive driving from the 3-car. Oh, side by side back there between, I believe that's Vango and Frankie. With all that drama, Swan's driving away with it. He's easily going to get this win. Also, I do believe Swan has never won a Cup Series race. So Swan and Pudge were both driving for the same thing, get their first Cup Series win. Swan came here today with the fastest lap time I think we've ever seen in qualifying for this track. Mainly because we've never raced here before. But anyways, out of the final corner, the Identity Crisis race where everybody drives a different number and a different car than they traditionally do. Here he comes, Swan, for the first time in his Cup Series career. He's going to win the Identity Crisis 300. Absolutely dominating fashion by that driver, too. He's going to take that DLP Monte Carlo to victory lane. There's the rest of the grid on the left side. Pudge brings it home second. Lone comes home third. Clone fourth. Vango fifth. Bobby sixth. Frankie has seventh, and Hud's going to bring it home eighth. Great drive for Swan, man. And now Fabi and Swan both win a race in this season. So Haas will get their second win of the season. Oh my gosh, that was a really great race. I'm going to see if I can save that replay. I hope I can. Woo! I really thought that Pudge was going to push the issue there at the end and try to move Swan up. There was a couple different times he could have, but that one time he got loose, man, it just, he did save it, but it knocked him so far off the pace. It was really bad. Hope you all have enjoyed the race. We're going to let these guys start the burnout session here, and I'm going to interview Swan for getting that race win. So it's not his first win overall this season, because he did win the Daytona Road Course race in Oshkosh. So now it is his second win of this season across all the series. Now that makes it where he has won in the FVS series, because, you know, it's the Xfinity series just renamed. But he's only won races in the BMWs. He has never won a race in the Mustang Road Car, so that is the next thing on his list. He just wants to win one of those races. And actually, as I say that, I think I might actually be wrong about that. Yeah, I'm actually completely wrong about that. Swan did win in the Mustangs. I am so sorry about that. There's a lot of different stats and different things to keep track of that I sometimes don't remember. So actually, yeah, with that, Swan has now won a race in the Oshkosh cars, the FES cars, the Xfinity cars, and the Cup cars. So Swan is right now a jack of all trades. He's done it all, and now he wants to try to win a Cup championship. And getting a win in the Cup Series, that'll certainly help his case. Currently just waiting for them to start the burnout session here. Again, all spotlight is on Swan. I just want to say a huge shout out to Lone, just because he was, again, able to time that one restart really good there at the end, and then he was able to hold the lead thanks to Swan getting raced for second place. This win for Swan has been a long time coming, because he started back in the middle of Season 3, racing for Petty GMS. The equipment was decent, he wasn't able to really get up to the front and challenge. And then last season, he was on Stuart Haas, and he literally had a fast car every week. He was always in contention to try to win races, but the 14 car just really dominated that season. And then he came up just a little bit short in the championship race, and he finished second to the 14. But again, he's looking to come back this season and make a name for himself. He certainly has done it so far. He actually ran really good at Daytona drafting with his teammates, and then he had some really good speed at Daytona Road Course. Oh, alright. Give it a second here, and then we're going to go congratulate the feller.
Thank you.
Swan, oh Swanee boy. This is Formal Guy up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, I can describe this race, but I think what we need to really say is first time Cup winner after running half of Season 3 for Petty, running all of Season 4 with Haas. You finally get to victory lane in a Cup car. How you feeling, brother?
Oh, I feel like the 44 is cursed. That's how I feel. I feel like the 44 is cursed in the NFRL.
Well, I gotta say, man, you qualifying on pole, I think it was a gap of 7/10 between you and second place, and then you coming out here and just showing dominance on the racetrack. I must say, and I know you've probably heard me say it in the streams before, it seems like you are not the best driver when it comes to being in traffic. Whenever you get in dirty air, it just seems like you have problems. But today, you seem to have speed all day. Even when you were behind somebody, you still had the speed. And even though Stage 2 barely got away from you, I know this win means a lot to you. I mean, what are you thinking right now?
Oh, I think I gotta sign DLP for a full year. I think that this paint scheme's what did it. I don't know, it's nice to finally get to victory lane.
So yeah, I just mentioned that you've won in Xfinity with the BMWs, you won in FES with the Mustangs, you've won in Oshkosh a few times.
I haven't won with FES.
My stat sheet says you have a race win in that. Oh, it says you have a win for Season 2. Okay. Yeah, I'm so perfect tonight.
Xfinity.
But yeah, I know you've been longing for a Cup win all this time. And I'm sorry, but I find it outrageously humorous that it didn't come in a 44 car like you said. I don't know what the deal is with that, but again, I just want to say a huge congrats to you from the booth. That was a really fun race to watch. And I do want to officially say congratulations as a team owner.
Thank you.
Also, just want to say good luck to you for all the series coming up, and especially with the Road Atlanta triple header next weekend, because I know you're one of the best guys there, so I hope you have a lot of speed next weekend.
Oh, thank you. You know, gotta put some time into practice.
Well, y'all, this has been another 2-hour stream. Dear Lord above, my throat is just going to be nothing. I'm going to have to get a trach put in eventually, but this has been the Identity Crisis 300. Again, everybody running different numbers, different cars, all that. It's been really fun to watch. I want to give a shout out to all of our league sponsors because, again, this league really does stay afloat thanks to all of them. So a huge shout out to Lone Wolf and Pudge. They both take money out of their own pockets to put towards our prize pool, so we all have something to race for, which can never stress enough how much I appreciate them for that. Shout out to Wheels, spelled with a Z. He has a YouTube channel on here that he makes a ton of Madden 24 videos. He also goes live every night on Twitch. His username on that is WheelsFL. Also, if you're looking to go to a sporting event with the NFL coming up, go to SeatGeek and use code WHEELS for $20 off your order. And also a huge shout out to Fabi, because he is our main Cup guy for the paint schemes and all the cars you see on the track. They would not look anywhere near this good if it was still being done by the old Cup car guy. Take my word on that. Thank you all so much for watching. This is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and we'll see y'all next time.